Anxiety is a broad term that encompasses a whole range of different experiences. And we can think about that both in terms of diagnosable anxiety disorders that fall into lots of different categories. You might think about generalized anxiety disorder or specific phobias or OCD or panic disorder, but also broad in terms of like the spectrum of the human experience. We all experience anxiety, whether or not we meet clinical criteria for an anxiety disorder. And so what I find most helpful in talking about it in conversations like this is to treat it with kind of a lowercase a. We're talking about the full spectrum of how anxiety can manifest. And so I think about it in terms of a few different factors. One has to do with probably what we all think about when we think about anxiety, which is worry, persistent, pervasive worry that can be centered around specific themes. So it could be around health and safety or money or security or social interactions, lots of different things. But we can also think about it in terms of disruption to our day-to-day lives. And so you might have someone who experiences intermittent worries about certain big events coming up. Or, if there's a scary story in the news, that tends to elicit anxiety. During the global pandemic, many people experienced anxiety for the first times in their lives, or at least put that word to it for the first time. And so it's really a shared experience that we all have. Within that, though, we have a whole rainbow of different flavors of anxiety. And when it comes to stepmoms, well, I'll back up and say that two factors that can really predict when anxiety is going to show up in a particular person has to do with ambiguity. So when there is not a clear landscape of what to expect, because as humans, we like predictability. Even if we enjoy spontaneity, we like more or less knowing what's coming ahead. And when we're looking down the road and we're really not sure what's coming our way, that is deeply unsettling. And so when we think about the stepmom experience in particular, lots of ambiguity. What does it even mean? What is my role? What am I in charge of? It's a moving target for many of us in our families. And so there's great ambiguity. The second factor has to do with control. As humans, we have this innate need to wrangle order out of chaos. It's not because we're control freaks. Well, not most of us. It's because we want some, again, safety and predictability. We crave security. And also, we're better able to apply our innate strengths when we have some semblance of control, if we know that we can be useful or we have a role to play. And so you're starting to see there's this perfect storm if you have a stepmom who has lots of ambiguity about what's expected of her and very little control over what happens. When ambiguity is high and control is low, it is like the perfect setting of the table to experience anxiety.